Not by much.
Oh, I know what I can tell you. Okay, a story of my mother's grandmother's mother. I was when I was a
Simple as
little
this.
girl. I what is the word for that? Grandmother is a grandmother. No,
Oh, with that.
what is a mother's mother's mother? What is that called?
The mother's mother.
I
Your
think
great
Grandmother.
great
I think it would
grandmother.
be
Grandmother?
oldemor in Danish. I might maybe.
Okay.
My old yes, since she's from Bosnia, we call her Stara Baba. Um, all right, so one day when I was a little girl, I traveled over to on vacation to Bosnia to my grandmother. She lived out in the middle of nowhere. There was a small village community around, and there was also a graveyard on a hill, which was I mean, you don't really see graveyards on hills much. And around there was pretty peaceful. There actually, my grandmother lived with her husband there in a little house, and she had some friends. One of them was believed to be a witch who would usually she tried the witch supposedly once tried to give me some candy and my mother who was with me obviously I was not traveling alone. I was about 14 at the time. My mother told me don't accept that. She is known to be a witch. It's quite bad. um, and so I accepted the candy but I didn't eat it out of fear. And then I went to sleep with lack of sleep because there were many flies who went on my eyelids. They had like this tape on the from the hanging from the rooftop where it would catch the flies, so they wouldn't go anywhere. It was quite useless, quite fucking useless. But I lacked sleep. They also had an outhouse there, which I never used because I felt quite cursed out. So I didn't go to the bathroom for 3 days. But then one night, when it was finally time to go home, I drove back home to Denmark, and then I found out the next day that her house was burnt down. And, and, and the reason because of that was because one day she was cooking, she was baking some some bread in the oven, and her friend called her over and said, "Hey, hoćeš da?" I forgot something Bosnian. She said, "Hey, let's go. Want to go come over for some coffee?" And my grandmother said, "Yes, sure, of course." And she went just immediately, took on her jacket, her coat, not jacket, probably. Uh, and then she went over there and she pointed out how people are very disrespectful when someone has asked for a story and not taking it seriously. Uh, and then she went over there, had coffee there with a friend, and when she said goodbye to leave again, all she saw was like her house. There was smoke coming out of it, and it wasn't because of the just because of the cooking. It was because the house was burning down, and so her house burnt down, and all of her belongings, even her photos of her loved family members, was burnt down, and she was all sad, and rightly so. Her husband was out on to work, so he wasn't there. He was quite furious when he came back, and so that's it. One might, by the way, the person who invited her over was the same one who people considered a witch.
A
Um,
witch!
so the rumors is that she was the one causing it.
Thank you for that,
You're
Granny.
welcome.